What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you guys are having a great day. It has been an incredible experience, except for mom's spaghetti. I'm sorry, Eminem. Your mom can't cook. Sorry. And I hope I don't piss off people in Detroit, but that what's the dude's name that gave the rating?
Mr. Chime Time.
Mr. Chime Time literally gave it a 0. I guess you can't use negative numbers. No, that's serious. No, that's, seriously. All jokes aside, man. Maybe Eminem's mom just couldn't cook, but it's a taste of home. It's what he grew up with. It just was not good. What? You're saying I'm wrong, aren't you?
It's good, man. You just gotta give it a minute to settle a little bit, man.
I let it settle. It's right up there with eating that Pacquiao chip, okay? I literally ate that Pacquiao chip on an empty stomach with a half gallon of milk, and I could literally feel it going through my intestines. All right, be that as it may. Sorry, Eminem. I love your music because Lose Yourself is like always been my theme music. Like whenever I know I'm going to have to do something really hard and it's like I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, you lose yourself. And okay. All right. Speaking of losing yourself, being a Dallas Cowboy fan is such a love-hate relationship because you love them boys and everything else. Seeing Wrecking Ball and the crew and stuff today, talking to them. I haven't talked to him in probably about 3 or 4 years or so and things, but it was great being around other Cowboy fans and realizing how hated we are.
Yeah.
Lion fans, man, they used to be cool and stuff, but right now they are mad about that loss in the play, the game that cost them playoff seeding, And what and some of don't get me wrong, so many nice people and stuff in Detroit. I've got nothing but love for Detroit because it literally was home on Thanksgiving for me and stuff. But I got some of them in there that were just like that were just asses. They were kind of like, I don't know, maybe they were Eagle fans and they became Lion fans or something because they had that Eagle attitude. And I'd have my comeback and stuff when they start going through, your team sucks, your owner sucks, and this, that. That's like, well, you know what? Let me ask you a question. I heard a joke, and see, or I got a riddle for you. Yeah, what's the riddle? How many fourth downs does it take to beat the Cowboys? And that's how you really piss them off. Yeah. And it's kind of like when you see somebody wearing a Hurts jersey, and they're busted on you and stuff, and you say, why did you pick the number 1? Is that for the number of Super Bowls you got? Yeah, they get real salty. Anyway, screw those guys. Let's deal with the Cowboys. We've already talked about Tyler Guyton, who is 6'7", real big guy, great feet, great pass blocker, which is good because we know that Mike McCarthy really likes to pass the football. Raw, but you're going to have learning pains, curves, and stuff like that. And it's not like we haven't gone through guys like Igoda, who struggled when he had to play tackle, or some of the rookies and things like that, and Terrence Steele, his rookie year. We've survived. But we've got 2 all-pros at guards that will stay at guard, which is great. In the second round, here's where it got to be interesting because Jerry Jones, I believe I said this, that Jerry Jones was selling it too damn hard that the Cowboys wanted Jonathan Brooks. That Jonathan Brooks, that has to be the best interview I've had in the last 20 years. He's just one hell of an athlete, and that's the guy that we want to draft. I'm like, okay, I think you're pushing this too hard. I said, either you're stupid because you really do want to draft him and you're screwing yourself over, or you're trying to be deceptive. And apparently it was trying to be deceptive because the Carolina Panthers ended up moving up 3 spaces. Going through actually the article here from the Laundry Hat Report. Let me read this real quick to you. The Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones seemingly planted a masterful smokescreen by hyping up Texas running back Jonathan Brooks. Widely expected to draft Brooks in the second round, the Cowboys baited the Panthers into giving up 3 picks to move up and take Brooks. 3 picks. The Cowboys reportedly gave serious consideration to trading out of the number 56 pick, but they held strong and took Western defensive lineman Marshawn Keelan. Now, Keelan is a guy who can play across the line. It's surprising given that linebackers Junior Colston and Payson Wilson were still on the board, but Keelan fills a huge need after Dallas lost a trio of defensive linemen in free agency, including Dorrance Armstrong, Jonathan Hankins, and Dante Fowler. Keelan needs to develop as a pass rusher, but his violent style of play and appetite to stop the run, making the perfect fit for the defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer. And so here's what I'll say about this, which is good. When you remember Jerry Jones was being asked about the culture in Dallas, is there a culture problem? And he said, if stopping the run and running the football is a culture problem, then yes, we have a culture problem. And so this is where the Cowboys getting Eric Kendricks, who is a really good run stopping linebacker, getting Mike Zimmer, who believes in big guys and stopping the run more so than Dan Quinn's philosophy of we're going to have everybody who can rush the passer and get upfield. That's 2 totally different things. And so some of the players that we had where they're killing us and saying, you lost these starters. Well, those starters didn't fit what Mike Zimmer wants to do. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be a different philosophy. And that's why you have, instead of like Dan Quinn saying, Mozzie, I need you to lose 40 pounds and end up being a pass rusher. He's never been a pass rusher. He's been a run stopper, which is the exact opposite thing. They say, we want you to put the weight back on. So that's where Mozzie fits better and be on 1 technique as opposed to a 3 technique. Go back to what you know. And this is where Keelan is not a great pass rusher, but he is great at stopping the run. So Marshawn Keelan had a 99 percentile run stopping percentage since 2022, which is music to my ear. And he's also able to play, edge rusher, tackle, linebacker, and stuff. So he's very versatile, and that's one of those things the Cowboys like, position flex. Then you also have, because this is where they've been actually, they went, been offense, defense. They also ended up getting Cooper BB, not like a BB gun. He's more like a howitzer. Another big mauling type of an offensive lineman. I think 6'3", 322, can play guard or center, and apparently the Cowboys talked to him before the draft about playing center because they're basically saying, listen, bro, we know you've been mostly guard, but we need a center, and we like you and would like to draft you. And so now you look at this and say, with Zach Martin and Tyler Smith there at guards, you're going to have 2 rookies that are probably going to be starting, but you've got all pros on each side of them. If Terrence Steele can recover from his ACL and take another step back to where he used to be, all of a sudden that offensive line is definitely maulers. Tyler Guyton's got some work to do on his run blocking, but it's definitely a good pass blocker, which is what you need. And if you're Dak Prescott, you should be happy about the offensive line being bigger, younger, and stronger, which should help you to have a little more time to be able to hit the receivers. You still want to bring in another back, but of course you're going to be bringing in Zeke Elliott. Also, Morris, you know who I'm talking about, okay? He's from Notre Dame, linebacker, guy who can play downhill, another guy that's going to be able to help stop the run. So right now, as we're looking at this right now, we've got a lot of young guys We don't know that they're going to be ready to be able to start or how good they're going to be. And we go, college players coming into NFL is literally a crapshoot. So you don't know who is and who isn't going to pan out. But you like this theory. They're looking at needs and filling those needs. And so now the biggest need that's left is running back. And we still have a multitude list now. We don't have a pick in the fourth round unless they end up using some of their other capital and trading back in with some of the other stuff they have. So we won't pick again until the fifth round. And you may not find necessarily, that's more of special teams or teamers or project type players, not necessarily guys you're going to look at and say they're ready to start. But they have definitely done quite a bit. Getting that extra pick could be huge for the Dallas Cowboys. I know Cowboy fans are still bitter. They're going to look at it and say, these guys are trash. Sorry. These guys are trash, and, the Cowboys don't know what they're doing. I'm going to reserve judgment for that. We're going to have to see how these guys fit in and how well they can coach them up. All right, good people. I'm tired, and we have one more day left, and then we got to drive 7.5, 8 hours to get back home. And so tomorrow will be a long day, but it's amazing how quickly all of this has gone by. I've had a blast with my man Game Time Brian. I'm proud of him. He's been working on his channel and getting it together. Primetime Phil, same thing. He's working on his channel, doing his thing and stuff. And of course, David Wiley, who is thinking about starting his own channel and being a food critic. And I said you should have started with Mom's Spaghetti, because what you should have done was you should have tasted some of this and said, "This is some shit," and throw it away. And I guarantee you, it would have gone viral. It might have had a lawsuit against him, but it would have definitely gone viral. All right, good people. I appreciate y'all. Gonna get a little something to eat, and I'm going to sleep. Hope you all had a great day, and I hope you guys enjoyed what we were working on. Peace out.